At an air and space museum, young Elio Solis, newly orphaned after losing both parents, is accompanied by his aunt Olga, a dedicated Air Force major who sacrificed her dream of becoming an astronaut to raise him. While exploring, Elio sneaks into a restricted Voyager 1 exhibit and becomes fascinated by the idea of discovering alien life. Years pass, and Elio longs to be taken by aliens. Each day, he heads to the beach and lies in the sand, hoping for an abduction that never comes. One evening, two boys, Bryce and Caleb, tamper with his ham radio. A scuffle breaks out, and Elio ends up with a black eye. During a visit to Olga's base, Elio sneaks into a classified briefing where conspiracy theorist Gunther Melmack claims aliens have responded to the Voyager signal. He suggests replying, but Olga and her team dismiss his theory. Elio secretly uses Melmack's equipment to transmit a message of his own, which causes a blackout on the base and puts Olga's job at risk. Frustrated with Elio's behavior, Olga sends him to a summer camp, much to his dismay. At camp, Elio escapes into the woods after being bullied. Meanwhile, Olga starts receiving mysterious transmissions from space, responses to Elio's earlier message. Just as Elio is about to be attacked, a spaceship appears and beams him up, fulfilling his greatest wish. Aboard the alien vessel, Elio meets OOO, a liquid-like AI supercomputer, and is introduced to the Communiverse, a galactic coalition where species exchange knowledge. The alien delegates mistakenly believe Elio built Voyager and nominate him as Earth's ambassador. Before he can correct them, a crisis arises involving Lord Griggan, a hostile leader denied entry into the Communiverse. When Griggan threatens war, the ambassadors prepare to evacuate and send Elio home. Instead, Elio boldly offers to negotiate, which would grant him ambassador status immediately. To cover for Elio's absence, Ol creates a replica to return to Earth. Olga, having picked up this other Elio from camp, is baffled by his sudden lack of interest in space and aliens. Elio attempts peace talks with Griggan but ends up angering him and is thrown in a cell. While escaping, Elio encounters Griggan's son, Glorden, and decides to use him as leverage to stop the invasion. Elio brings Glorden to the Communiverse, where Griggan agrees to retreat in exchange for his son. During their journey, Elio and Glorden bond. Elio confides that he feels isolated and misunderstood by Olga, while Glorden admits he resents being molded into a warrior. Elio hatches a plan. They clone Glorden and send the real one away on an escape shuttle, giving Griggan the duplicate. Griggan quickly sees through the ruse and enlists Questa, a telepathic ambassador, to uncover the truth. After discovering Elio's deception, Questa, though hurt, helps him escape back to Earth as Griggan's forces close in. Meanwhile, Glorden's shuttle accidentally activates and heads for Earth. Devastated, Elio returns home. On the beach, he finds Olga searching for him with his clone, who she had already suspected was an imposter. They reconcile and rush to the base, where Glorden's shuttle has been seized. As the clone distracts the guards, Elio and Olga sneak in and find Glorden gravely injured. With help from Bryce and Melmack, they fly the shuttle back through space, dodging debris to reach the Communiverse. Upon arrival, they reunite Glorden with Griggan, who sheds his armor to comfort his son. Griggan apologizes to Glorden and the Communiverse. Elio is invited back and officially offered the ambassador role. However, he declines, choosing Earth as his true home. Before sending him back, Questa assures Elio that he'll never truly be alone. Later, Elio and Bryce are back with their ham radio, joyfully chatting with Glorden across the stars. And just like that, Elio's greatest wish came true. But instead of a simple adventure in space, he found something even rarer: connection. He left Earth feeling like a misfit, unheard, unseen, misunderstood. A boy searching the stars for answers, hoping that someone, somewhere out there, might finally understand him. But in the vastness of space, among beings with shapes and languages far beyond his own, he discovered that feeling out of place wasn't something to be ashamed of. It was the very thing that made him unique. Through his journey, Elio met others who were struggling in their own ways. A ruthless warlord afraid to show tenderness. A son born into violence, desperate for choice. An ant torn between discipline and love. And even an AI made of liquid light, trying to make sense of the fragile emotions of a human child. Each one of them changed. And so did he. What started as a mission to meet aliens became a mission to understand himself. It was never really about Voyager, or the Communiverse, or even about being named Earth's ambassador. It was about Elio learning that he didn't need to be chosen by the stars to matter. He only needed to be seen by the people who truly cared about him. The moment he gave up his ambassador title, that was the moment he truly earned it. And maybe that's the real message Voyager carried into the cosmos. Not just a greeting from humanity, but a hope that wherever you are in the universe, you are not alone. When Elio chose Earth, he wasn't rejecting adventure. He was embracing what made him who he is. He was choosing his home, his aunt, his friends, even the awkward, painful, messy parts of being human. Because those are the parts that make our story worth telling. So, if you've ever felt out of place, if you've ever laid in bed wishing to be somewhere else, to be someone else, remember Elio. Remember the boy who looked to the stars for belonging, only to find it in the people right beside him. And if you're lucky, maybe you'll meet your own Glorden. Someone who reminds you that even if you feel like an alien on your own planet, your story still matters. You still matter. Elio didn't need a spaceship to go far. He just needed the courage to speak up, the heart to forgive, and the wisdom to come home. So here's to the weird ones, the dreamers, the wanderers, the kids who feel like they were born on the wrong planet. The universe is bigger than we can ever imagine. But sometimes, the most incredible journeys begin right here at home. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you the way it touched us, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your story too. Until next time, keep looking up, because out there, or right here, something extraordinary is always waiting to be discovered.